So this girl hit me up on TikTok. Then she proceeded to hit me up on Instagram. And I didn't at first, I really didn't think much of it because, I mean, women does this all the time. They hit me up all the time, especially on TikTok. But she was very intentional. Like she already knew what she wanted from me before we even started talking. And I can't lie, the conversation was easy. She was very attractive. She knew how to flirt without doing too much. So we started talking more. I'm talking about FaceTime videos, sending each other TikToks at night, voice notes, getting on the phone, just regular flirting. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't hard. It was just natural. She remembered everything that I said, every little detail, even some shit that I forgot that I even said. Oh, she remembered it. And I'm not saying this is wrong, but just keep listening. Because at that time, I didn't think that it was weird. I just thought that she liked me for real. Like she really fucked with me. Now, before anybody starts talking crazy in the comments, I tell every woman before I sleep with them what my intentions are and what I'm not going for. I don't want a relationship. I told her straight up, I'm not looking for anything serious. This is just vibes. If anything happens, it'll just be physical. And she agreed. That's the important part. So eventually we planned to meet at a hotel. It was her ideal. So cool, you know what I'm saying? We have our personal space. You have your space, I have my space. Hotels is cool to me. I pulled up immediately and I could tell that her energy online and in person was completely fucking different. Online, she acted confident as hell. In person, she was nervous. And I love nervous girlies. I mean, I love the shy girlies. It makes me fall for them even harder. But I'm just saying, like, all of the shit that she used to say in those messages and how she used to be so into, I only want something physical too. I'm thinking that we want to get this night over with and that will be it. But at first I didn't really think about it too much because a lot of women are nervous around me. They find me a little intimidating. So at first I didn't really take this and didn't make this a big deal. But she was like super nervous. Like she couldn't even hold eye contact for too long. She kept fixing her clothes. Her hands were shaking. She was like visibly super nervous. Like she couldn't believe that I actually came. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit boosted my ego up a little bit. So we started talking for a minute. I mean, no need to rush things and make shit awkward. No, I'm not a fucking weirdo. And, that's when things started to get intense and sexual. Like real heavy. When somebody keep looking at your lips or your eyes, during the time you're talking, like I call all that shit, the whole vibe. So eventually we stopped talking and we started hooking up. I'm talking about very intense, very passionate. It was mind blowing. I can tell that all of those feelings that she claimed that she was never going to have for me started to resurface during sex. Like I can just tell when a woman is starting to open up. And I'm not trying to blame the woman because, of course, sex will bring something out of you. It will. You can go in and think that I will not have feelings, and then you will have feelings. And sometimes you just can't help it. She looked me in my eyes during it. At first, she couldn't until I told her to. And it's like she was falling in love right under me. I enjoy making love to her body, just like I enjoy making love to any other women that I fuck with. Like, I want to make you feel good. I want you to reach a goal. I'm not going to go into full details, but I want you to reach it. That's why I came for it, to make you feel good. The second I touched her, like her whole energy changed. All that nervousness, it disappeared, but it's like it was still in the background. She stared at me the entire time. At first she couldn't, but the more she opened up, the more she couldn't stop staring. I remember looking at her during it just for a second. And she looked back at me and she just looked like she was just overwhelmed. Like she built up this moment in her head before it actually fucking happened. And I felt that shit immediately. After everything was over, like she got real quiet, just staring at me. She didn't grab her phone. She didn't really talk much. And I thought that maybe, we was going to have like a normal conversation. Like, hey, what I'm saying, nice to meet you. This was fun. But she ended up saying, I'm really glad that I reached out to you. Now look, that sounds normal, but it was the way she said it. It sounded deeper than a hookup to her. Like this actually meant something. And that's when I started realizing that we wasn't experiencing the same situation emotionally. But still, I brushed it off. I left, went home. I didn't think much of it. Then that's when shit starts to get weird. The message starts becoming constant. I post on my story, here she come, every single time. Like, where you at? Who you with? Why you ignoring me? You acting different. At first, I'm kind of ignoring it because I'm thinking maybe she's in her attachment phase. She could be attached a little bit and maybe she'll get over the shit. Then I started noticing that she was just like watching everything. Every story, every repost, Like, even when I like repost videos on my TikTok that has absolutely nothing to do about me or my life, what does this mean? You know, she'll text me shit like, what does this mean? Like, what are you trying to say? It got to a point where I could predict when she's going to text me. That's when I started to pull back a little bit. Not harshly, not to be an asshole, but to really to spare her feelings. But the more I started to pull back, the more she started to push in. That's when I stopped feeling flattered. One day I posted that I was somewhere, like my location on my story. Didn't think much of it. I'm a traveler, so I be out of town a lot. You know, so once we hook up, I may never come to your city again. And if I do, it may be for a while. I didn't think much of it. And next thing I know, she's there, just standing there acting fucking casual, like this shit was normal. And that was the moment my stomach dropped. Because now I'm realizing that you watching me a little too closely. And the craziest part, she didn't act embarrassed. She felt like, it's like she felt like she belonged here. Like she had a reason to be there. She smiled, started talking regular, standing close to me. But the look on her face when she saw me, bruh, it looked like relief. Like she finally got access to me again. See, that's what made the situation uncomfortable for me. Because now it's not giving casual anymore. Now it's feeling like attachment, possession, control. I left pretty quick after that. Whole drive home, I'm sitting here thinking like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, how the hell did we even get to this point? Like, this wasn't supposed to get this far. Because I told this girl from the start what this was. That's why sometimes situations like this gets weird. Because one person is actually having fun and the other person is emotionally attached the entire time. And generally, I just think that the hookup meant more to her than to me. For me, it was attraction, chemistry, a moment. For her, I think it became validation, like she needed to feel chosen. And when I stopped giving as much attention, she took that shit as rejection. See, understand that she never really knew me. She knew the version of me that she's seen from TikTok. The version she built up from watching me every day. The version that she finally got access to that night. And once she touched that version, it's like she couldn't let it go. See, that's why this whole obsession shit that people built up online and they joke about it, that shit is actually weird as hell in real life. Because at first it feels good, it boosts your ego, makes you feel wanted, until one day you realize that this shit is not it. It's not healthy. The craziest part happened after I finally just stopped responding. I stopped egging it on. I stopped giving in to the sex. I just stopped completely. Because at first I was trying to be calm about it. I wasn't trying to embarrass her. I wasn't trying to drag it. I was just trying to create space. So I just stopped replying as much. And she noticed like immediately. The messages went from what you doing to, so you just done with me? You used me. You knew I liked you. You got what you wanted and you disappeared. And I'm sitting there like, hold on. I told you what this was before we even linked. But in her mind, because we had sex, I owed her something after. So I said, fuck it. And I just stopped answering her completely. Blocked her number. I blocked her Instagram. Blocked her TikTok. Like every fucking. And for like 2 days, it was quiet. And I thought like, shit, yeah, this is finally over. One night, I'm at home. It's late. I hear something outside. Loud, but just enough for me to mute the TV to see what the fuck is going on. I live in a very quiet neighborhood with nice neighbors and it's a gated, nice ass. I look out the window. It's her car. Lights off, sitting. And at first, I'm trying to convince myself I'm not tripping. Maybe it's not her car. Maybe I'm just being paranoid or I'm just doing too much. Maybe I'm just mad at her. Then my phone lights up and it's a fake profile. No profile pic, no followers, no post. The message said, come outside. I swear my whole body got hot. Like I got mad as because now this is not texted too much. This is not being attacked. This is not she likes. This is somebody is outside my house after I blocked. And I never gave her my address. Ever. We never had sex at my house. She never pulled up to my. That's the part that made me feel sick. Because I'm standing in my own house realizing, how the fuck did you find my address? I didn't go outside. I didn't respond. Then she sent another message saying, I just want to talk. You really gonna act like I'm nothing? I know you see me. See, that one right there, I knew she wasn't thinking clear. You outside my house at night, lights off, texting me from a fake page after I blocked you. That's not love. That's not hurt. That's not closure. Baby, that's obsession. And I think that was the first moment that I started realizing like hookups wasn't gonna be my thing no more. Not because I thought she was gonna do something crazy. I mean, hell, she could have. I mean, I don't put in nothing past. But because I realized like she was already head over here. Have already crossed the line that I drew a long time. And the worst part is I don't even think that she knew that what she was doing was wrong. See, that's what makes obsessive people dangerous. In their head, they're fighting for a connection. In reality, they're violating your fucking space and peace. And I just stood there looking out the window like this girl really went from a one night stand until having a whole relationship with me in her head. A relationship I never agreed to. A breakup I never called, a heartbreak I never signed up for. And after a while, she finally pulled off. And that's why I don't play with people's attachments no more. Because I was honest from the beginning. She agreed to casual, but deep down, she was never casual about me. Not even from the first message.